Congratulations to Coach Norvell in Nevada. They played much better than us today. Did a great job in all three phases. Obviously, it's incredibly frustrating for our players, our coaching staff, and we have a long way to go. And it's heartbreaking for the kids and those seniors because those guys have invested a lot and put in a lot of time and effort. And when you don't get the results you want, that's hard. It's hard. So we get back to work tomorrow and just grinding, trying to find a way to fix the multiple things that are broken on our football team.
Can you talk about the first half, the first quarter especially? I mean, got off to the early lead, and it actually looked like you had interception, but it was taken back finally. But there was some decent, good stuff.
Yeah, there was some good stuff. I thought Bryson came back today and played well. I think it was nice to have him back. We'd missed him for about a month. And I thought he gave us a little bit of a boost in terms of kind of his leadership and his ability. And the defensive front still wasn't enough. But yeah, the penalty was huge, right? I don't even think it was real necessary. I'll see it when we get a chance to see the tape. But he had a chance, get a big play by Jermaine, and we're all fired up. And then gets taken back, and then we end up giving up a score, and things seem to go the wrong direction after that.
Can you talk about Tyler's performance too? I mean, I think that was his season best in rushing. He got almost all of it in the first half.
Yeah, no, Tyler Nevins is just a great kid, and it's really exciting to see him continue to mature as a true freshman and run the ball with the effectiveness he has. Obviously, I think we're a different team when he's in the game. So, hopefully he's a guy that's going to continue to grow as a player and a leader for our football team.
What did you tell your team after this loss?
I told them, everyone's really frustrated, and we can't let the frustration lead to us not working hard and us not keep moving forward. And that's the challenge of it. When you work your butt off and things don't go your way, then how do you respond? And I think that's the process of us learning as a football team, trying to handle adversity. Right? Something bad happens in a game, it's okay. Just line up and play the next play. Same thing with this, right? We've had obviously 2 months of bad football and bad outcomes of football games, and how are we going to respond when we come out to practice tomorrow?
And is this the low point of the season so far, you think, or how do you?
Every time we lose a game, it's the low point of the season.
As a first-year head coach, how are you going to approach moving on after something like this?
Well, the only thing that we can focus on is moving forward, right? We need to honestly assess what's not right in all three phases, schematically, personnel-wise, and the decisions we're making as a coaching staff, and in terms of our preparation and our game decisions, and then fix those things and move forward. Get back to work, get back to teaching and coaching and loving these kids up and getting them ready to play for the next one.
Hey, Coach, thanks a lot.
No problem.
Coach, was there anything specifically that Nevada did today?
I thought they did a good job. No, I think they did a nice job mixing up their pressures, and obviously we had trouble blocking number 90 and 95. These guys are good players, and we got a young offensive tackle out there fighting his butt off, and so there's some tough lessons for him.
Can you talk about the first quarter, and you guys were looking, off to a decent start. What happened?
I thought we came out strong, something that we haven't done in the past, and we emphasized it, and it was good to see that. But credit to Nevada, they made a lot of big plays off our mistakes. We got to clean that up as a team.
What is it about Nevada's offense that they were able to put up that kind of a number today? It wasn't just the offense, but it was also a touchdown on special teams, 2 touchdowns on defense. But what is it about their offense specifically today?
There's nothing new seen on the field than what we've seen on film. We just got to execute and do our job and trust in the coaching, and trust in the defense as a defensive unit.
How do you guys move forward after something like this and what you've been going through the last couple months?
We just got to get in the film room tomorrow. We got to get on our grind, and we got to keep working. We got to put this in the past, but we also got to learn from it.
I think you're 10 tackles away from the Mountain West single season record. Have you thought about that at all? Is that something you looked at?
The only thing I'm trying to do is get a win right now. It's great to have all that stuff, but when there's no wins in the column, it's a terrible feeling.
Can you talk about the first quarter and the start that you guys got off to?
That's the start we always talk about. During practice, we always start with a fast tempo, have the run game going, also with the run game set up the passing game. and with that, we're able to have a successful drive. And throughout the game, defense started to knick-knack what we were kind of doing a bit, and then it just turned over right there.
Wait, you're a freshman, your quarterback, starting quarterback today is a freshman. I mean, you got some young people in skill positions. I mean, what's it like, I guess, just going through this season new to this kind of level of football and learning as you go?
It's a learning process, especially for us freshmen. We have a lot of young guys, not only for offense but defense as well. And in the situation we're in, it's good to learn from this. And use the bad, and go back and look at the bad, and so we can turn it into good. So it's good for those young guys to have that experience.
Obviously, the outcome is not close to what you would want, but can you talk about your performance and how you're kind of? I think you had your season high for rushing yards today. Do you think you kind of did better today maybe than you have in other games this season, or what was going right for you today?
I did, man. It was just my teammates, man. My teammates just drive me to just continue being me. I have a lot of supporters. My running back group, like Malik Robertson, Zamar Ziegler, John Packer, just the whole team, just being there to support me. That's what I really play for, and that's pretty much why I did what I did today, because of my teammates.
You got off to a great start in the first half. What happened in the second half? I mean, that made it harder to move the ball for you guys.
Defense, they're trying to throw some stuff out there, something that we don't really usually see from them. That kind of got us a little bit, but I think overall we capitalized on that, and we did a lot successful in the run game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. And what were they doing differently in the second half?
They started stunning a lot with their defensive line. Their defensive line would loop around, and a linebacker would come and fill in, and stuff like that. It's just those small details that we talk about at practice. In the game, we have it in the back of our head, and just lost it.
Justin, a tough day for the Spartans, but got off to a good start. What worked early?
Just aggression, coming out on fire, and our attention to detail.
So second and third quarters, Nevada was particularly got their defense going, and there were a few takeaways by them. What didn't go right for the offense? I mean, after all, the offense was able to move the ball, particularly on the ground, the first quarter. What happened in the second and third quarters?
Second and third quarter, we had an inability to execute on some plays, and turnovers are really what hurt us.
Turnovers have been they've been a big thing this year. I mean, you guys work on it every week. What can you guys do to cut down on those turnovers?
Practice. That's a big thing that Coach Brennan talks about. Things are rough, but we have a choice. We can either feel sorry for ourselves and keep it the way it's going, or we can put our head down and keep working and get better every day. So we've implemented some ball security drills that we do every day at practice to stop the fumbling. And as far as the interceptions go, that's something that we are continuously working to make sure that doesn't happen.
One last question. Did Nevada do anything defensively that may have surprised you guys today?
No, I don't believe that they did. I think that we prepared for them great, and no disrespect to them, but we stepped on our own toes more than they were able to stop us.
Okay.